If you're applying to Oxbridge, you might be thinking, what if I apply to the college that has the fewest number of applicants for my course, because then I'd be more likely to get in? Well, unfortunately, that's not how it works, and in this video I explain why. I've put timestamps in the description so you can jump around to the bits you want to see. You can easily find the application statistics for both Oxford and Cambridge online. You just need to Google it. And when I applied to Cambridge back in 2017, I took application statistics into account when I chose my college, but I now realise that this was not a good reason to choose a college. The main problem is that you're not taking into account the quality of the applicants. If you have a course where 1,000 people are applying but they're all very bad versus a course where 10 people are applying but they're all very good, you're more likely to get into the course with 1,000 applicants, even though you're competing with so many more people. You might argue, well, if there are more applicants, then surely there's probably more good applicants, in which case there's more competition and I am less likely to get in. Although it is true that the more applicants you have, the more good applicants you would expect, there are 4 things you need to take into account. First of all, although there's so many applicants in total for both Oxford and Cambridge, for each individual college and for each individual course, there's not actually that many applicants. For example, for geography, 350 people applied in 2019 at Cambridge, but only 8 people applied to study geography at Clare College. With a sample size of 8, you really can't predict how many good applicants there might be, so it's not a good indicator of how much competition you will face. Therefore, application statistics is not likely to increase your chances of getting into Cambridge or Oxford. The second point is that there is a pooling system at both Oxford and Cambridge. The pooling system means that if a college thinks you're a good applicant and you're good enough to get in, but they don't have enough space for you, they'll put you in the pool, which means that other colleges can choose to give you an offer. This pool evens out the distribution of applicants across the different colleges, so it acts as a kind of buffer against colleges being oversubscribed. This means that if you apply to an undersubscribed college, you'll end up having to compete with people from the pool who applied to other colleges originally. So overall, you won't be more likely to get in. Let's say you do apply to a course that is oversubscribed with good applicants, in which case the pooling system will ensure that you do get an offer from another college. The third point is variation. Although historically there might be general trends regarding how many applicants for each college, for each course, every year there is variation and trends may change. For example, when I applied in 2017, there was a huge spike, which I could not have predicted. There is no guarantee that the pattern will continue. In some years, a specific course at a specific college will be undersubscribed, and in other years it won't. So you really can't use application statistics to accurately predict how many people you're competing with, let alone the quality of the applicants. My fourth and final point is probably my most important one. You've got to remember that Oxford and Cambridge are under no obligation to let you in just because no one else has applied. They will only let you in if you are good enough. If you have only one person applying for a course at a college, they don't have to let you in, even though you're not competing against anyone. This shows that you shouldn't use stats because it's not about how many people you're competing with, it's about the quality of the number of people. I'll finish off by telling you how I use stats to choose a college when I applied to Cambridge back in 2017. So I originally wanted to apply to Pembroke or Clare, but after looking at their admission statistics, after seeing how many people apply for my course, I thought, that looks really tough, I don't think I'll get in. And then I found Jesus and I saw that the number of applicants over the years for my course was going down, but the number of offers was constant. And I thought, okay, this looks really good. The trend looks as if I'll have a very high chance of getting in. But of course, I've now showed you this is flawed logic. In the year I did apply, the trend did not continue, and in fact, there's a huge spike in the number of applicants to Jesus College. It was at the time the highest number of applicants that Jesus had ever received. Using my flawed logic regarding admission statistics, I would have been less likely to get into Jesus. But I think the fact that I got in and what I've told you already shows that you shouldn't use admission statistics to decide which college to go to, because it won't affect your chances of getting in. In summary, using statistics to game the system won't help you because it won't affect your chances of getting in. Though potentially, if you're course at your college has many applicants, then you might be more likely to be pulled, but I would still argue apply to the college you want to go to. If you want help choosing a college at Oxbridge, I've made a whole video about how to do that, so please have a look at that. And if you're applying to Cambridge, then have a look at this flowchart I made, which helps you decide which college you should apply to. If you like the videos I'm making and you'd like to see more, please consider subscribing or sharing my channel. I've recently made an Instagram, so if you want to share that, that would be amazing. Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, ideas or anything, let me know. Thanks.